Hi, my name is Mary Oakley. I've been running the Portarlington Job Club now for 17 years, and we've dealt with, I suppose, about 8,000 plus people in that period of time that were job seekers, school leavers, ladies wanting to return to work, underemployed, long-term employed, short-term employed. So I've dealt with everybody that actually needed support in getting back into work.
Okay. And if somebody is starting out looking for work, where should they start?
They really should start with all of the services that are free first. Lots of people think that if you go to a job club and get a CV done for free, it may not be as good as the one that you've just paid that you could pay €100 for. But in actual fact, most job clubs have been in existence for at least 15 years, so they know what they're doing. So go to your local job club. Register with them, tell them what type of support you're looking for, what type of work you're looking for. Sign up with them to do their 4-week job seeking skills course and their personal development course. Sign up with your local employment services, look at what training is available, register with them, have a look at do you need to upskill and so forth. Register with your adult education guidance and information service in all of the localities. Have a look on site, see what's available in learning and so forth. If you actually can't get to a place of school, like where you join a group, see what's online and what's free. All of the supports. For instance, our job club here also has a website, www.portarlingtonjobclub.ie, and that links you into all of the job search sites for you so that you're not having to Google every single thing. And it also has tips on it, like CV preparation, interview skills and so forth. So much stuff that's free of charge. So seek that out first and get involved in it and work at getting work or work at getting the training that you require.
Okay. And in terms of the kind of work that is available at the moment in County Laois, what's out there?
At the moment, retail is quite big around, like it's still sales, retails, online sales, telesales. There is the IT is still around in Laois. There is a lot of jobs in IT still, even around Laois, although you think that only the jobs exist from Kildare up to Dublin. But there are a few IT jobs here. There is construction. The construction is coming back a little bit. Now I have to say, unfortunately, I think for a lot of people, construction's coming back under agencies rather than being employed directly, but that's still there. But that's going on a lot. For instance, although we're in Laois, and you've asked me about Laois, Kildare Village, they're hiring people, lots of people, and basically for there you just go over, dress up nicely with your 20, 30 CVs and present yourself nicely and talk to them in the retail sectors there and all the brand shops. Yeah, that's about it at the moment, but it is getting a bit better.
Okay. And just in terms of CVs and preparing a CV, where do you start?
Okay. Well, if you can't access the job club or whatever, these are some points. Your CV has to be a pen picture of who you are. And a pen picture is that when the reader reads your CV, that they can actually picture you doing the work. That when you're describing what your experiences of what you've done or what education you have and everything, that they see you doing the job that they're looking for you to fill. And if you can get them to see you doing the job, that's your first step to getting shortlisted for the interview. It should be 2 pages ideally, 3 pages max if it relates to what you want to do. It should have a profile or a list of attributes and skills at the top so that you're grabbing their attention from the get-go. If they're looking for a specific type of person, say for example, they want somebody with administrative abilities, with 45 words per minute, proficient keyboarder, teamwork and everything, work that into a description of yourself at the very top so that they're going, okay, they say what they have what we're looking for. Let's read on to see if we can back it up. If you don't have the great academic education, put your work experience on the front page so that by the time you get to the second page, it won't matter. You'll have everything that they're looking for. But make sure your CV is structured. Make sure it's neat, tidy, no spelling mistakes, no grammar errors, no tipex, no stains, and that it's just well balanced and structured. And referees, for instance, a lot of people say to me, especially people come into different towns from different countries, different counties, I don't have a reference anymore, Mary. Well, go out and get one. Go out and volunteer in your local charity shop, in your local community centre, or doing whatever, so that you will have somebody that will say good things about you. And it could only take you a couple of hours a month to get that.
Okay. And in terms of preparing for an interview, just on that, the second battery, the light's gone red, even though I charged it, so I think something up with it. But we'll keep going anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. That one's recording, yeah. In terms of preparing for an interview, what would be top tips?
Okay, the top tips are preparation. You can't do enough of preparation. I hear people saying, well, I'll go to it for practice. No, don't ever go to an interview for practice. Come into the likes of us for practice. Go for an interview to get the job. Because if you've been called for interview, you've probably beaten up to 200 others that applied for the job. So you're on the way. Your CV and your cover letter has done its job. You've been called for an interview. So prepare about it. Find out about the company. Find out how to get there. Make sure you confirm that you're going there. Make sure you've checked that you've got the correct date for going there. All common sense little things, but so many people get it wrong. A lot of people worry about what questions they'll be asked. I prefer to stay away from the questions and prepare the information. So I advise people to, first of all, take out 3 sheets of paper, write knowledge on the top of the 3 of them. Pick up the first one and put knowledge of you, yourself. My name, for instance, Mary Oakley, and I write a 2.5 to 3 minute biography of myself. For instance, well, as you're aware, my name is Mary Oakley. I live in Portarlington. I'm currently running the Portarlington Job Club, where I'm responsible for, and I give my responsibilities. Prior to that, I worked with National Learning Network, where I was an EBT coordinator with responsibilities for, and I give my responsibilities. Before that, I worked for 21 years with a company called Avon Arlington, where I was a production manager with responsibility for. My education consists of, and I've done training in this. The things I like to do in my spare time are. And if you do out that 2 to 3 minute biography of yourself, that answers everything they'll ask you about you, because you're going to be asked about your knowledge, your attitude and skills. On the second page with knowledge on it, I want you to write down knowledge of the position, and write under everything you believe is involved in that position. On the third page, I want you to write down 4 to 5 lines about what the company does. 4 or 5 lines. When it was established, how many people they employ, what their service or product is. And you'll actually even get that information either from Googling or actually ringing them. Okay? So there's your knowledge all taken care of. Then I want you to take a sheet of paper and write skills on the top of it. And I want you to write every skill that you've got, your experience, your qualifications, the fact you're hardworking, reliable, flexible, honest, a proficient keyboard, confidential. You can have hundreds of them, but you'll need to write them down prior to the interview. And then I'd like you to circle the ones that are really relevant to that job so that you don't forget those. And another sheet of paper I want you to take out and put on the top of it, attitude. How should I enter the room? How should I greet them? How should I sit? What should my posture be? What's my eye contact going to be like? What questions will I ask them at the end to show that I'm interested in the job and so forth? If you do out the information like that, you stop worrying about the questions, because you've provided all of the information on everything that you're going to do. If they were to ask you in a different language, you'd probably have the answer, because you've the information done, not worrying about the questions.
Okay.
Okay.